Bienvenidos a Esperanza, donde la Esperanza pense. Welcome to Esperanza, where hope wins. Boy, oh boy, did I do a job shuffling these cards. I set them all in their individual piles and I pretty much like dealt the cards, you know, like this, and I scooped all the piles up, put them back in here. Now we're shuffling them again. Just a nice little cleanse for our deck, right? Every now and again, you gotta be a little extra, especially when it comes to the cleansing. Venus and Virgo encourages us to clean the corners, the little details that, you know, Venus and Virgo would be really good if you were like for art restoration. Like if you were an artist that, especially with Mercury retrograding, back through the Cancerian zodiac, like what if you were like a folk art restoration person? What a time for you, huh? Well, here's your bouquet of the day. We're recording inside today in southern Wisconsin because guess what? It is hard to breathe, man. Canada's on fire again. Dude, come on, Canada. Quit being on fire, please, and thank you. It'd just be a lot cooler if you didn't. Man, oh honey, Canada, oh dear. So my heart goes out to the people and places and wildlife that is affected around the globe. I mean, this is happening all over the place in Europe, and I'm just thinking about all of us breathing this air. It smells kind of like burnt plastic, and it's really hazy outside. I kind of got a headache, and I was breathing through my t-shirt this morning when I was watering my plants out there. Yeah, so our bouquet of the day is a little small because I was like, I gotta pick these flowers and run. But yeah, I haven't gotten a jumper tarot card yet today. This beautiful Venus day, 17th of July, 2026. As we're wrapping up our Cancerian season, getting ready for the nodes to scooch their way into Leo and Aquarius, respectively. Let's pray and play. Thanks for fine-tuning your free will and intuition with me today. Near past, present tense, near future. If you would like a personalized session, please follow the links and I'll email you right back. Near past, Ace of Wands. Present tense, Knight of Swords reversed. Near future, King of Wands. Interesting. So a lot of passion, a lot of creativity, a lot of flirtations are possible with this, and probable actually with these energies playing in tandem. You know what's interesting is in the astrology, and stay tuned, I will speak about the astrology right after this, so there's timestamps in this video so you can skip to which parts are most suited to your intuitive needs. We try to be full service, intuitive service here at Esperanza Tarot, where hope wins. But in the near past, we have the Ace of Wands. Now, this is that initial spark, that first match that gets struck of creative fire, of inspiration, of creative energy, of flirtation, of a passion, of health and vitality. This is the first match that gets struck. Speaking of fire, actually, I guess this fire energy, oh wow, fire and air. I mean, the astrology would have suggested, and astrologers have been talking about this for a while now, that we're moving from like water and earth energy into fire and air energy. So I guess the cards are just kind of reflecting like a mirror. These these images can reflect the energy. Like, I just feel like our lives are trying to have a conversation with us, and sometimes our life speaks with pictures. And if we can use these pictures to sort of jog our free will and intuition, then there you go. Now we're cooking with fire, literally. See how this could be somebody grabbing onto their own palo, onto their own wand, onto their own paintbrush, onto their own eggplant, if you will. You know, this is a very masculine and creative life force energy. Chi. Oh my gosh, so funny. I was hanging out with my sister's father-in-law and some extended family the other day at that pool where I was recording the videos at. You can check my KWIK HIT tarot playlist if you've never been here before and see when I was doing the tarot readings outside by the pool this week. Well, I pre-recorded them, and I was hanging out with the family at the pool, and her father-in-law, he's like such a like normie dude, but not. He's like normie, but not. It is so funny. Like, he wears jorts, okay, that like a millennial hipster would just, they would salivate over these jorts that this guy wears. He wears jorts. He is hilarious, but he was like literally telling my brother-in-law the other day, he's like, hey man, you're messing with my aura. He's like, I gotta get my chi straight. You know, like the Ace of Wands is just like that initial spark of like having awareness about your chi, having awareness about what your fire inside, what lights you up. What lights you up, what deeply inspires you on even a spiritual level that you can't escape it, what lights you up. That is the Ace of Wands. That's a gift from God, and it's your special, unique gift that you can share creatively with the rest of us. Please and thank you. With the Knight of Swords reversed, okay, so we could have some stalling in energy. Knight of Swords upright is usually really quick moving energy, messages coming in with a quickness, clarity of thought, ability to logistically plan, ability to have procedures and policies. But with the Knight of Swords in reverse, we could have a little bit of somebody trying to sneak around a certain boundary or guideline. Somebody maybe channeling the Mars Uranus in a little bit more of a negative way, negative magic kind of way, intentionally or unintentionally. Knight of Swords could be a Libra, a Gemini, or an Aquarius person in our lives that's just not working at full force. They might need a little extra support at this time. They might be withholding information, they might be on the silent end, or they might be using their words extra, super, extra, super, extra to the point to where we're flooded with the information coming in from this fella. King of Wands is upright though, and he's staring this guy down. Okay, and the king is stronger than the knight. And he's staring, and he's got his wands bordering off the situation. So I think that any sort of lies, any sort of upside down reality, any type of upside down world that's kind of afoot here is protected. We are protected through our fire and through our creativity. Knight of Rods. I'm sorry, King of Rods, King of Wands. King of Wands is a strong, masculine, life force energy that is ready to get up and go to battle, but he generally doesn't have to because he has the knights and the pages that are working for him. He has gotten to the point where he can sit on the throne and kind of tell the others, you know, which way the battle's gonna go, how are we gonna plan. He's the one that logistically operates things, and he's also the creative force that comes up with new, fresh ideas on how to appropriately wield the fire energy as we go out into battle to purify, burn things down, and rebirth something new. He's the guy that can do a controlled burn in like when I worked for the county, when I worked for the I used to work like basically maintaining parks and maintaining like bike paths. Sometimes we would chop down trees. Sometimes we would do even like I was going to say a controlled burn, like on a meadow or in a grassland prairie. This is the kind of guy that can show up to work, unlike my coworker at the time, he who shall not be named. Oh my gosh. This guy was setting fires, and these fires were going all over the fucking place because this guy was not as competent as he like thought he was. He was the king of, well, he was probably a page, honestly, of wands. Even though he was an older guy, he was very immature. But anyhow, king of wands is somebody who, king of rods is somebody who can channel his fire energy effectively and appropriately. It doesn't always mean that he channels his fire in a positive way or in a way that we're gonna like it, though. You know, you've always understood, right, the fiery side of Aries, Leo, Sagittarius when you've been on the burnt end of it, when you're the burnt toast from the dragon's breath, right? But it doesn't always mean that they were wrong, and it doesn't always mean that they set out with ill intent. It's just that people like this who carry a lot of fire, sometimes they can be hot to be around. You want to be sure that you're being able to be warmed with this fire, be warmed by this fire, but not burnt. So that's what I have for our Quick Hits Tarot for today, Venus Day. May all the air and fire in your life bring you renewed vitality and growth for your good spirit. Thank you so much for a personal session. You know what to do. Stay tuned for the astrology. Okay. So today we have Uranus moving into an even tighter trine with Pluto, disrupting the sense out there in the vibes of personal power and who is collecting it and actually holding it for real. Maybe those who thought that they had outsmarted us, those who thought that they were going to do the Seven of Swords with that Mars in Gemini, the switcheroo energy, the ambush at nightfall, sunrise energy, not at the appointed dual time, not at high noon. You know what I mean? There could be disruptions in our ability to access our resources. You know, there could be internet disruptions, there could be people at the forefront, there could be, you know, what I thought about is hackers. This is great hacker energy. This is great hacker bringing the power back to the people type energy. Honestly, this is great white hat energy, as they call them. Chiron making that direct trine to Regulus conjuncting the South Node. South Node conjunct Regulus is sort of toppling the crowns off of people who thought that they were the king of the world. And this conjunction is exact today, exact at the time that I pulled this chart for 6:45 in the morning, Central Standard Time. So we have Regulus conjuncting the South Node, Venus and the Moon having just crossed over those spaces. So let's keep our eyes peeled for anybody who was in a position of leadership and power, or for people in general who think that they are lording their power over others. Venus in Virgo is acts of service. So whereas Leo energy, Regulus energy is let me sit on my throne and have this expectation that you're going to bow to me, that you're going to do my bidding. Well, Venus in Virgo, approaching the part of fortune here in this chart, second house, you know, she's absolutely saying to all of us that, you know, with the moon coming into the conjunction with Venus here in Virgo, second house, acts of service is the love language of the day, particularly if you are inclined to cook for someone else. Second house is what we put in our mouth. How do we feed ourselves? And it's not just a money house as like my earned income, versus my inheritance money or my earned income that I get for doing the sixth house things. No, second house is also like, what seeds did I plant to put in my face? Like, how do I feed my face? What is incoming with Venus and the moon there? We might be cooking with love today, y'all. Of course, Neptune and Jupiter are trining. And we have, let's see, Mars in that sextile with Saturn. The Mars-Saturn sextile, I think, is really going to just sort of reinforce that sense of like, even people in the police force, even people in the military, they might be tempted to take actions in ways. Oh, and also we could keep our eyes peeled for things happening on military bases, or unusual things happening on military bases, power structures being questioned, and who's behind the curtain type energy. Because with the Mars in Gemini sextiling Saturn in Aries, and then the Mars in Gemini making a square, loose square, but it's there with Venus, the part of fortune, and then moving into a square as the moon moves along, the moon moving into a square with Mars. Our feelings and our ability to connect with our partner might be really blocked because our partner might be busy handling things, doing the chores, doing what they have to do, not what they want to do, but what they have to do. This is the guy going off into battle because he has to, not because he wants to, not because he feels like he's going to be such a hero. Okay. What else do we have? Mercury is moving out of a direct square with Saturn, but it's still quite in play. Or I'm sorry, Mercury is moving more towards a direct square with Saturn, but it's still in play. I'd say that as Mercury approaches this Saturn square, again, this is us having our communications be blocked, having maybe disruptions in our ability to broadcast, with Saturn being in the 9th house of this chart. Let's see, the moon is going to be in Virgo for the day. And coming into this weekend, I just want to check on something really quick here. The moon's going to be in Virgo all day long until it goes void of course tomorrow early evening Central Standard Time, around 4 or 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. The moon will be void, of course, Saturday, early evening. So that's usually fine. We don't do a lot of business on the weekends. A lot of us aren't probably signing contracts or getting married Saturday afternoon. But the moon will go into Libra then Saturday night, and that will smooth the ruffles around any breaks or blocks in communication that we've had with that Mars-Venus energy, Mars-Saturn energy, Mercury-Saturn energy. Thank you so much for fine-tuning your free will and intuition with me. If you would like to read astrology together or play with tarot cards, please hit the website and I will email you right back to schedule. It's super easy. Love you. Bye. If you would like a personal session, you know what to do. Hit the links, esperanzapense.com. You can go to the contact page. It's so easy. I email you right back. You tell me when, and I click you a link that tells you where. So easy. I just ran like a super sale, $25 an hour, but like my time is worth $90 an hour, so that's what we're paying now. But there are readings as low as $33. Anybody can do that. So that'll give you a chance to just get a quick hits tarot for yourself, get it like kind of a feel for what the astrology could be doing for you personally from a whole sign house perspective. We don't even have to pull your chart. I can do it in my head. And yeah, those quick meetings, those 15-minute meetings are just like a nice break to the day that you just can sort of just give yourself a little fresher for your intuition to guide you throughout the rest of the day or week, whatever you're working with. I also have clients who are regulars, you know what I mean? There are people that book like monster sessions with me, like 4 or 5 hour sessions every month or so. And we look at, but those are usually like couples. But don't be shy to like bring your partner to a reading, because actually those readings work freaking awesome for me. I from my perspective, I just love seeing this all play out. I love seeing y'all's composite charts play out. It is just so obvious to me why you are the way you are when I get to see these things. So it's like, it's fun for me, it's fun for you, and it's also informative. So why not? Bring your girl, bring your guy, get a session with Esperanza Tarot. And if you are a regular, if you do come back month after month, like, my pricing structure is very fluid for loyal clients. You know what I mean? I try to stay reasonable, and I also try to honor myself and my time. And I'm very blessed to have clients that honor me and my time. So thanks so much, for being fit and being legit. All right, stay tuned. See you on the next one, God willing.